All right, so I have a pull request here for a trailing stop loss that I think I'm gonna actually test this out with live trading today if everything works fine. But now it's a draft, so I think I will go ahead and just work on this one today. Then I will also look at all the issues that we might have. Okay. Okay. Let's see what issues we have to work on today. So I think I will go ahead and have Codex work on a few of these issues. Let's see what we have. Drop down to market selector, predefined markets. Yeah, that makes sense. So currently it's a little bit, in Raven it's a little bit difficult to actually select markets to trade on. It's not something I really done so much effort to yet. But this issue here is more about just having predefined markets, like one of the, most common markets like the Bitcoin up and down markets and stuff like that. So an option to have let's see if this works. All right, so this issue is about make it easier for users to select markets in the market node. Simply just a list of predefined markets, and I think we can just define the markets by its ID somewhere hard-coded, but they should also have a name, so maybe a dict with an ID and a name in the backend that I set manually, hard-coded, and then it's going to be displayed in the market nodes. That should also be mapped to the correct venue. In this case, it's going to be Polymarket, but it also have to support other markets like Kalshi. Please review this PR that tries to add a trailing stop loss and take profit. Actually, this is just stop loss, not take profit. Okay, what else? Enter setting, new market not existing. Yep, okay. Also a little bit vague, but I remember what this one is about. Okay. Let's work on issue 329. This one is about a setting that should be enabled by default, where if you start a new strategy, a new bot on a serious market, it's going to wait for the next available market. So it's not going to start in an existing market. It will start as soon as the next market starts in this series of markets. I hope that makes somewhat sense. It's not really big issues, should be fairly easy to add. This one we are currently actively working on. There's a PR for this one where we move the API background jobs out of Fast API into Celery, and this was actually kind of I think this is kind of a big issue and kind of one of the issues with AI, and why it's important to also kind of have some, you know, background knowledge, like some deep knowledge of development, because we had a lot of background jobs that was set directly in the API runtime. So one of the issues that I experienced was sometimes the site would just stall completely, and it was simply because a lot of these background tasks was set directly in the same runtime. So there was actually no services, background services that would handle this. This was just handled directly in the API layer, and we had a lot of, I think there was maybe eight jobs that would run. And now this PR here tries to solve this by moving those background jobs over into Celery, which is a background sort of query that uses Redis. And this is something that's pretty common, and I've used this quite a lot in projects like Django. And I think at the time when these background jobs was implemented, I did not really I kind of knew already that it was probably a good idea to have a background job with like Celery, but since the AI just recommended to do it directly in Syncyo in the same runtime. I thought, oh, maybe that's gonna work. So that's what we did, and yeah, it didn't work. And yeah, so now we're solving this. It's still an open PR, have not yet been released. I kind of need to test this a little bit more before I do. But this should help with slow load sometimes. Let's see what else we got. This one actually is closed. I'm just gonna close it. What else we got? Settings from new move. Tick size, validation. What is this about? Failed live order execution, failure for Polymarket. Order validation failed. Price must allow with tick size. Yeah, this one is pretty important. And I hope to do some live trading today where I will just test out live trading. This is something I've been doing in the beginning of the week. And oh, let's see what it says. So for number 2, we still have P&L based stop loss, right? Update trailing stop uses bid price for longs as anchor, not best ask. Okay, I guess we just have to test this out. We can do that here after. Action prompt minor, pending exit type should. Okay, what concrete fixes do you suggest we do? I'll just do a explain how the trailing stop loss is implemented. We got a stop loss mode now fixed. trailing. Oh, there's a UI bug here. Okay, fixed. I think we're missing something here. I feel like we had actually other configurations. Okay. What about no? All right, we have some questions here. How should the default apply to existing saved series strategies? New only. It should never be set by default. It should just be a list with default options the user can select from. So there shouldn't be any changes to the actual strategies. When a new bot skips the current market. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was the wrong one. Wait a minute. Go back. This is about yeah, new one only. When a new bot skips the current market, should it be allowed to act on the next market before that? When a new bot skips the current market, should be allowed to act on the next market before that market officially opens. Yeah, yes. Bind your next market with block buy until that market. There's a rebind setting that should be respected. So if it's set to bind, say 1 minute before market open, it should do that. I wonder if we can bake that into that that setting. Maybe we can bake this feature into that. Say if we set rebind to 0, it always starts from market. No, because on the other hand, you might want both, right? You might want both settings, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to set that to 0, but and also respect it to not or you might set it to less than 0, but still would not want to open before the first market opens. Okay, what about this one here? That's the for this issue, which curate market scope should we play in this build? Pull market first? Yes. How should manual market entry behave once curate markets added? Okay, so the trading stop loss, yeah, that just follows into that. Yep, that's fine. Okay, I think we fix the other issues you mentioned. Let's go to, I think we did build, did we not? Let me see if I have a simple strategy. This one is, yeah, that's a 5 minutes. So let's, oh. Let's do a trailing stop loss. Let's put this one up a bit. Like that. So that's going to be a very, very tight stop loss, but then with a trailing stop loss. Okay. Yeah, let's just put it at the bid, at the ask price. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we are now in alpha, so and then testing live trading. So hopefully next week we're gonna go to the beta, and then beta is probably gonna run for, I expect, maybe a month, and then hopefully after that we can start to, you know, do early access. And I guess it's never gonna be finished, right? It's always there's always work, but I want to get it to a state where we actually start to trade with it live. So hopefully within 4 weeks we can have something, you know, that's ready for early access. That's what I work towards, at least. Okay, I'm just gonna saw one issue here I want to note down. There was a, oh, not this one here. Redeploy. Timeout. Okay, Let's see what happens here. So ideally we should see... wait a minute, where is the stop loss now? We're not seeing the... Wait, we did get stopped out here, but we're not seeing the red line, so that might be missing now with the trailing stop. So I want to see if... let me see this one here. I think there will be like a fixed price, like a fixed monthly subscription per, you know, bot or something you deploy. That's at least the idea that I work with right now. Okay, now I'm just gonna test here if I do the fixed stop loss, if that will let's see, show the red line. Because if it does, then it's the trading stop that's broken. Okay, so now we get the line here. So it's the trailing stop that's missing the line. So when we are doing the trailing stop, we are missing the red line, the boundary line for the stop loss. It works if the stop loss is fixed, but if the stop loss is trailing, it does not work. So ideally, this line should also reflect the trailing stop loss. Okay, so here we got stopped out and we got another one here. So then let's see. I mean, this is also a good opportunity to show out this feature here, which I think is pretty nice. Now you can actually follow along with your stop loss and take profits. And the lines is shown per order, so you can select the order from this drop down here. Now we're on order 2. And let's see what they say. Not yet. Let's see if there's something on Codex. Alright, we have the plan here. The plan is the predefined market drop down. Add a venue aware predefined market catalog in the backend populated for Polymarket. Expose catalog through a new API route. That's fine. Default new series bots to wait for the next market. Add a new persisted series selector setting. Wait for next market. And default it to true only for newly created series selectors. When enable a fresh bot launch, must skip any already open market in the series and target the next upcoming market instead. Yes. The launch timing must respect the existing rebind before open. Yes. Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's working now. So this one's gonna be a little bit broken. Okay. As I recall, we added options to the stop loss and take profit to also support ticks and fixed sizes instead of just a percent. But I don't see it in the UI. Can you check if that's actually implemented, but we are just missing the UI, or if it's not implemented at all? Okay, let's test it out now. Gonna do... Actually, let's deploy it again. Okay, well, it seems to work normally, so I will test the trading stop now. Actually, let's see if this stops out. No, okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're still missing the stop loss line. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, we got it here. Not sure if it moves though. Okay, got stopped out there. I didn't really see it move. Let's see if... Do we have test coverage for the trailing stop specifically? Okay, so I think... Right, now we got another one. Let's see if... I mean, it's not moving for sure. But we see the price move up. Then I also... Oh, wait a minute. Actually... Yeah, it did move up. It actually did move up. See, now the stop loss is at our entry point. Okay, we got stopped out now. I do think it works, but... Okay. That's not a good strategy, this one. I think we got another entry now, and now we're gonna get stopped out. Yeah, stopped. Oh, wait a minute. That was a little bit... Yeah, we got stopped out. I might increase the stop loss a bit just so we don't have this many trades. It's a little bit difficult to see what's going on. Okay, we enter. Yeah, so the stop loss now did move up way above our entry. Okay, now we exited. Okay, it does work. It just seems to be a little bit delayed, but it can also be because we're not showing all the data here, right? I mean we get more in the back end of the bot. We have you know, hundreds of events per second, but in the front end we are, you know, we don't show all of them. Okay, I think we are moving over to a new market soon in 1 minute. We have tests, okay. All right, I think I wanna maybe in the same. Can you investigate the option to add stop loss and take profit by sort of a fixed value relative to the entry price? So for example, you know, we say 5 ticks could be 0.05. That's our stop loss or take profit. I'm gonna put this in plan mode. This should, of course, support both the trailing stop and it should support the fixed stop loss and both for take profit and stop loss. Hope that makes sense. Okay, we're moving over to a new market. I just want to observe a little bit more if this works or not, and then I might do this in live trading. Okay, it's not, should move over to next. could do this as an issue. It's not always switching. Oh, did I disable that? I think actually I did. Okay, I did disable it. That's the reason. But it's very difficult to see actually the switch here. So that's the issue actually. Enabled. Okay, so that's the reason. Right, I'm not gonna do an issue then. Just need to clean up the UI though. Haven't really been working that much with the UI at all, like. Okay, now we have an entry here. The stop loss now is above the entry, so yeah, that makes sense. So it does move. And it stays there as well, so that's good. You want me to run target back and pie test? That's fine. This one is still working. Okay. Oh, and we got stopped out here. Take profit, so that's good. And now we enter again, which, you know, probably not good. But of course, you can configure a strategy here to only do one trade at a time. Like now, you probably wouldn't want to do a entry in so late in the market unless you, at least not with this stop loss. See how it gets, the stop loss get very cramped, which it's kind of, this is kind of weird actually. Just take a screenshot of this. Not sure actually what's going on here. Why is the take profit so low in this case? It's kind of weird. We are working with the trailing stop loss, and I noticed in this case, and I'm not sure if this is related to the new feature of the trailing stop loss, but I see the take profit line, the green line, being below the current price. If you look at the image, doesn't really make that much sense. Can you investigate why you think this happens? Yeah, so that is kind of weird, right? Where we have an active position right now. We actually have 2 orders. All right, that's the reason then. I think that's the reason. Wait a minute. So we had 2 active orders. That's why it looked kind of weird. And now we have another one, which I guess it's this one here. It was not stopped out. Sim 11. Super difficult to click on this order here. I need to figure that out, how to do this better. Again, as I mentioned, UI not that good yet. Hopefully it will be improved. Yeah, I actually can't click it. It's actually quite annoying. Okay. That's very annoying. Okay. that move? Yeah, it does move for sure. Oh, there we got stopped out. So yeah, it's the stop loss is 10%, but since we have the trailing now, we got minus 6.9. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. The last thing I want to do before I push this is these features. I think I actually worked on this before, but I just don't remember where it is. Maybe I deleted it by mistake. Oh, it's a big yeah, let it work on that. That should be the last things then with this PR. Okay, please commit all this to a new branch and create a PR. Not long ago, we added a timeout check to not break the entire page, which I believe is now 8 seconds, but this causes some issues. So for example, if I deploy a bot and if it's not deployed within 8 seconds, we get an alert, we get an error notification. I'm not sure if this actually affects the bot or not, but obviously this deploying the bot should ideally be handled in the, in a task or something, in the background task. But first and foremost, please investigate how the timeouts is implemented, because this is something I experience quite a lot now. Also on the strategy canvas, I experienced that it time out quite fast, and also with the bots. But first investigate how it's implemented. Okay. Please commit all these changes to a new branch and then create a PR. Hey man, yeah, it's good. The progress is really good. We are in alpha right now, and you know, I'm just trying to polish it now before we go to the beta, and I'm also doing some new features, new features basically, and then obviously testing it out in live trading. This is something I'm working on a lot, but it's going good. Okay. This one is still working, and now we're working on the stop loss take profits. We have implemented a trailing stop loss, and now we also add an option to set the stop loss and take profit by tick size, basically just ticks. There's not really much difference in the UI. Like, I haven't really looked so much into the UI at all. Like, I'm mostly focused on the back end. I just want to make this, I want to make this work. And then when it actually works well, I want to focus on the UI. So yeah, the UI right now is not good. Let me see if I go to dev here. I did tweak a little bit, but visually it's not nice. And we just have a single dashboard where we have, instead of having strategies and bots separated, they are now combined into one. So you have one strategy, and the one strategy can have several bots running at the same time. And, but really not much difference compared to like weeks ago. I think probably during, I don't know, the beta or something like that, before we do early access, I want to do like an overhaul of the visuals and the UI and everything like that. Like the visual aspects of it. Yeah, like what's important to me now is that it works and that live trading works. Like, one of the challenges with doing something like this is you want what happens in simulation to kind of accurately reflect what happens in live trading as well. And that's obviously why I do a lot of testing in live trading right now. But yeah, it should work first, and then I will focus on the UI and visual aspects of things afterwards. But yeah, hopefully, so when we go to the beta, everybody on the waitlist will be invited to participate in the leaderboard, where there will be actually real prizes. There's going to be $100 in real prices that's gonna go towards funding your live trading account. So top 3 on the leaderboard in the beta. So that's gonna be sometime this month. They will win. Yeah, there's testers now. There's testers for simulation. There's about 100 people have signed up, and we have right now, if I go to, we have actually right now we have a leaderboard. So this one is just testing, but there's right now 13 people on the leaderboard. And this is just testing it out. But then when we do the beta, there's gonna be a real prize. So the top 3 will win total $100. So I think I said $60 number 1, $20 number 2, and $10 number 3. I think that's what I said. But this is not live yet. When beta launches, it's going to be with live prizes. All of this you're seeing here is simulated, yeah. All this is play money. There's no traders is trading with real money right now. I'm the only one trading with real money. I am inviting a few people to help me test live trading. So I did already reach out to one of the active members to help me actually test out live trading sometime next week. But for the beta that we start hopefully next week, there's only gonna be simulation. There's not gonna be any live trading. But the price is going to be real money. Again, $100. Hope that makes sense. Yes, the prices and all that, but is it working out in real trading? I still having trouble. No, it's working in live trading. I have been testing out live trading this week, and there's definitely been some issues that I have been addressing, and I still need to address issues with live trading, but it does work. I can show you. I think that was on my dev side. So all these, this is just a dashboard to see the real trades. So all of these is actually real trades I did. And I see I still have positions, but this is just to claim. So it all works. But basically what I'm testing out, and I hope I will have some time today to actually do live trading. Basically, I'm just testing out that things work. Like for example, if I go to, I now can't show it because it's, like for example, the stop loss and take profit, that actually also works in live trading and stuff like that. Level 1. I mean, it's, yeah, I call it alpha, right? And then but yeah, it's going to be available hopefully soon with for everybody for live trading. Hmm. Well, eventually it will work with multiple venues. Right now it's only Polymarket, but the whole idea with Raven is that it should support multiple markets, you know, Kalshi and Opinion and Polymarket. Kalshi, I'm unsure about how that's going to work because it's heavily regulated in the US and you need like KYC and stuff like that. But I will look into it, and it will be an option to trade on multiple venues, so you can do like some cross venue arbitrage. Yeah. Okay, I think this one is done with its the new features. I'm just gonna run the format and then some testing here. So is there something that will block? I'm thinking after the 8-second timeout, say we are on the strategy canvas, will it then completely stop loading more? Will it continue loading the strategy? Because it's kind of an issue if it stops to even try loading after 8 seconds. But please explain how that actually works currently. Yeah, 100%. So that's kind of the idea. Like, I want to make this Raven here a good candidate to trade arbitrage between all these prediction markets, because there's a lot of prediction markets coming now. And I've done the architecture in such a way that it's relatively easy to add more venues, more markets, and so on. So like, if someone launches a new prediction market, like within a few days, it should be possible to connect it with Raven, and then actually have people do arbitrage like very quickly. And I think, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of potential there. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, man, tune in next time. I will try to do this like weekly on Saturdays or Sundays. Haven't been doing it for a while though, but I'll get back to it now. Nah, I mean, I was the whole of March. I was traveling in Vietnam. I was still working on Raven a lot, but I just didn't really have the setup to do live streams. So that's kind of the reason, actually. So it says percent here, 10%. Oh yeah, it was great, man. Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Just, you know, you gotta grind, gotta work hard, and then you're gonna get some success, right? That's why we're working on a Saturday, right? Saturday morning. See ya, man. When I set a offset in the stop loss take profit, what I see in the graph is still a percent. I've attached the image. How do I run it on 8001? Okay, this one is done. Oh, no, I don't want to test it now. Okay. Yo, how's it going? Nice. Right, so I'm just testing out again the stop loss, take profit. So now we're just gonna wait for the bot to make a trade. And in the meantime, I'm also trying to spin up another project here, but it's, I don't know why it's so slow. Okay, now it came here. I was just, I think probably there's some API calls maybe. So let's see what this is about here. Okay. Okay, let's look at... Alright, the trading stop loss does say... Now it says 10 cents instead of the percent, so that's good. The trading stop loss does follow now as well, so it's above the entry, so that works as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's working pretty well. I'll run the format and then the test. So please investigate. The index page is loading very slow. It might be the API calls we are doing. I'm not sure, but please investigate that. It takes probably like 20 seconds or something to load the page. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Okay. So I think I'll merge this one into development and then test it. And then I might do live trades as well, just to test that the stop loss and take profit works with the trailing stop in live trading. I did test the conventional stop loss and take profit that worked fine. But with the trailing, well, that is something I need to test. Okay. Okay, I think first I'm just gonna test that existing strategies without changing anything still works as expected. So I'll just test this one here. Okay, I think I'll just go make a coffee. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna make a coffee. Let's see if this one... Yeah, this one runs. Okay. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. I am back with a coffee now. So how did we do? Did we... Let me see. Okay, so I see. So we are actually still missing the stop loss for the past data, I think. Huh. I see. That's in... yeah. It's not really a big issue, I think. We have it on live data, but something that should be fixed, but I just don't know if I'm gonna fix it now. Okay, I think at least for now I'm gonna do an issue about it. And then if I'm gonna fix it now, I'm not sure. Let's just say... Okay, so wait a minute. That was the local. Let me go to the development here. This one had a single trade, buy, sell, okay. Let me test this out on a 5-minute market if we have that. So this is this one here. Okay. This is the end of the market, so I think it's not gonna trade yet. Okay, let's see. This one was working. Yeah, I wanna get away with some of these pull requests now. There's too many now. Let's see. This one. Okay. So it seems like it works as normal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and update this one here. Let me see. Get away with some of these. And okay. So I will do an offset. Yeah. I'll do that on both. Just want to make sure that this works in simulation, and then I think I will move over to live trading. Okay. This is the 5 minute, and then it's a new rebind before. Rebind before open. I'm not sure how. Wait for next market on launch. Next, but skip the current live market. Is this a? I don't see any toggle. Really? There's nothing. Oh, actually, you know what? Stop loss at risk for entry. No, so that should be around 31, which seems to be correct. Okay. Yeah, and there we are, got stopped out. Okay. Alright, so that seems to work as well. So what I'm gonna do now is test the trailing stop again on simulation. Okay. Okay. Am I blind or what? I just don't see it. No, there's no... I still don't see the tick, and I'm unable to actually tick it. There's no feedback when I click it. Okay. Okay, let's see what happened here. All right, this was just a downwards trend. Did not really. We want to see it go up. Okay. Holy shit, what happened with the background here? Okay. It's still super slow to load this one. Need to check what it did. It's still a bit slow. Can you list up all the different services and API calls and whatnot that loads on the index page, please? Let me try. I don't know if it is just doesn't hot reload or what, but I'm not seeing any changes. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just see now if it is actually default. Okay, let's do... Why am I not seeing? Ah, okay. It's a series, of course. Yes, okay. When the switch is enabled, I clearly see it. It's only when it's disabled that it's practically invisible. So can you increase the contrast of the disabled switch? Make it a gray color so it contrasts better on top of a black background. Okay, I mean, I really want to see the trading stop loss, but we can't really see that if it doesn't increase in, if it only go down. All trades has been a loss so far. Good thing it's a simulation though. Okay, so in the meantime, what I want to do is prepare. And by upside, I think this is the one I was testing out. Yes. So if it's block at 5 minutes before close, that means we have about 7 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay, and this, I'm gonna do an offset. And a trailing stop. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay. It's not good, but let me just test this out that it actually works. So I will this one or maybe this one. Yeah, that's a 5 minute. And then wait for next market on launch. Okay, so with this new feature, it should block trades in the first market. So now we should not see any trades on this market here. We'll see. Yep, so far so good. No trades yet. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I see now the stop loss, the trading stop loss does work. It's above the entry now. So on simulation, it definitely does work. So I think I can move over to testing a few live trades. Okay, we're stopped out here. I see we have trades on this one. We should not have trades. 3100. So testing this, I see it has made trades on the... Not trades. Trades on the... okay. I can see that it added positions in the first market. So if you see on the screenshot I sent, we only have one market and we also have position. That should not happen with the setting that I set. And I've also supplied you with the JSON for the particular strategy. Let me just double check actually that I do. So that's the buy upside. And yeah, so it is enabled. Okay. $1. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna deploy this one with live trading just to test out the stop losses. It's gonna make trades for like $1. Then a pretty tight stop loss and take profit, so I shouldn't lose too much unless it breaks. I have this dashboard here where I can follow along also with the trades, and I can sell it manually. This is going to be on the 15-minute market, so I see it's already about to resolve, so we're not going to see any trades in this market. It's going to roll over to the next one. What's going on here? It just didn't switch automatically, that's annoying. Okay, so the trading here should be blocked the first 3 minutes, I think. And we have appropriate test coverage for this feature and these errors that we just saw. Okay, I'm testing again to see if it's gonna make trades on the first market, which it is supposed to not do. This one here hasn't done any trades yet. I think... Let me see the strategy. More than... Oh, it has to be less than 0.4. This one is not where's the live one? Side this one here. It's above, still above. This one have not made any trades yet, so that is a good sign. Let's see how it unfolds. .4, so yeah, it's not doing trades yet. Okay. Okay, now that is actually a pending order. And did it match it? Yeah, there's a position now. Yeah, position now, and we have a trading stop loss. See if it follows. Going up now. A little bit hard to see actually if it did follow or not. Active position, and let's see what we have here. We have the position here. Okay, is it stopped? It should be stopped. Yeah, okay, the trading stop loss is following. So now the trading stop is above the entry. It actually did put a pending sell order here. Oh, okay, and then it dropped down. What is size? Yeah, so that's the issue, right? It did not okay, so that one is closed now. So it did add a pending order, but then I'm gonna get the logs. Must be this one here. Let's figure out what exactly happened. So this is kind of the issue here, to kind of figure out exactly like how it behaves. So here I'm just gonna get it to Claude and let it investigate the logs. Okay, let me just go live monitor again. Explain the 403 bootstrap error exactly. What is that about? I noticed in the live monitor that we entered the trade and then it moved upwards with the trading stop loss following. Can you verify that it was stopped out at that price? Because that's not what I'm seeing. It seems like we stopped out far below the stop loss. What I'm trying to achieve here is to prove that the trailing stop loss works. Yeah, this is what we see, right? In live trading, it's like, all right, it goes up, and then it just crashes down like this. And this happens so often. Can you please look into our stop loss? Does it put a position on the bid price or the ask price? Okay, where were we? Is this one running? Is that the first market? No, wait a minute. No, that's still an issue. The first market still gets trades, I think. This is the current market. Right, that's the live market. I'm still seeing trades in the very first market. Maybe let me just double check here. I'm gonna build it again. Just to make sure that... how could we actually check that if that's the case, if it's simply because it gapped? Can we look into the raw data, the raw market ticks, and see the actual price action and how it gapped? Okay. I'll do another one. Let's see if we experience something in December. I just want to make sure that it works as we expect it to. Okay, we got 2 now. I think it's because that's a partial fill. Okay, we got stopped out now. Actually, and that worked. So this is, I mean, we lost some money here, but I'm actually happy about seeing this because we have 2 positions here simply because they got partially filled. And this is something that happens in live trading that we have to handle. And we also need to handle stop loss for each of these. Which it did here. So sell order, so it's the same order. Yeah, okay. Yeah, size. Yeah, because the minimum is 5 shares. Okay. But I'm missing the sell. Let me. It's unbelievable how this kind of works, right? Put a buy and then a stop loss and just gaps down here and then up again. And then you stop down. That's part of it. But I'm not seeing the cells. What about this one? There's some bugs here. For these logs here, please investigate if you can see why the line graph did not show any sell dots. So we have 2 green buy dots, but I'm not seeing the sells, and it did sell. So here's the logs. And I also need... For this case, it seems like we made one order which was partially filled. That's why you see 2 green buys, 1 for each fill. And then in the close position log, we also have 2 separate sort of, I don't know if it's positions or what it is, but each for the partial fill. And it seems like the stop loss also made one sell for each of the fills. But please investigate why we did not see the stops or the cells on the line graph. Okay. Yeah. Just run this one again. Can't really remember what I did here. What else? I feel like there was something else here. Oh yeah, the drop downs. I'm also unable to select the order from the order drop down. I'm not sure if this is related to the partial fills or not. Let me just go to another one. Maybe this one here. No. Okay, got my food now, so I'm gonna close the stream for today.